You want to know something funny? I've been misguided the whole time I've been speaking with you. I was in the library in Seattle and I found Ovid's Remedia Amoris, The Cures for Love. There's a part where he specifically advises against traveling alone to overcome a heartbreak, which is exactly what I've been doing for so long. I laughed, a wild, bestial laugh. They came over and kicked me out. You never know what you'll come across when you read whatever you can.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. You know any stories like that? That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow.
Authority. Well, one thing I've learned on the road is that so many people clamor for a voice that speaks to them. They want to see a reflection of themselves, but they don't get that. They get something that reduces them, cuts them down to a little morsel for others to eat. That's to say, there's a lot of bad art and writing out there. This country is in a real crisis of bad art. We need to do something about it.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. The tragedy in that story, it's real.
Travel. For a long time, I thought I'd continue to wander the roads forever, that there was no other home for me other than this constant motion. Now I think I want to settle down somewhere, maybe at least for a little while. I'm not sure I know exactly why. Maybe I need to tame myself, make use of the energy I've been throwing around everywhere. Or it could be I'm just tired of the way people look at me.
Alone, out here, I spend too much time inside my own head. Can you tell me a hopeful story? I like that one. Makes me feel the way Silas used to, in the old days.
This country, I learned several times over that it's full of suffering, but there's measures of beauty in it too. The trick is to be able to see both things, to perceive all things at once. Silas could do this to some extent, but I'm not sure that even he could gather the entirety of it in one stroke. These lands are just too vast for that.
I need an optimistic story right now. Something to put a smile on my face. Listen,
everyone thinks they understand love. I thought I knew what it was too. As a poet, it was my subject, my area of expertise. But really, I had no idea. It isn't about what others do to you. It has nothing to do with that. Love either comes from you or it doesn't, and that's the end of it.
Alone, out here, I spend too much time inside my own head. I'm afraid
Silas made his choice. I hope he is happy. Maybe he and Pauline have something good going on. For a long time, I couldn't stop thinking about finding them in Frisco. I don't know why. To see if they really were happy together, I'll let them be. They'll be driving each other crazy soon enough. It's time for me to go soon. We spent all night long talking. I liked that. I feel like I have better things to say now, and sharing them makes me happier. If you find yourself heading out this way, look around for me. I'd like to sit and talk again. You again. I've been thinking a new way recently, handling my memories differently, living differently beside them. Maybe traveling alone to forget about Silas was exactly the best way to never forget him.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. That one was like getting locked out in the cold.
For a long time, suffering and wretchedness was all I could see. It hurt my work. It's a blinkered view. I'm struggling to see past the storm clouds of my own mental state. Too many sad words and they just flop around and die on the page. If I can recapture some of the highs and pair them with the lows, then I might be getting somewhere.
Alone, out here. I spend too much time inside my own head. I like that one. Makes me feel the way Silas used to.
The future? I don't know what's to come after all this, but at the moment I can't bring myself to care. The whole time I wandered alone, I lived in the past and put all of my hopes in something yet to come. I need to let go of all of that. I've decided there's no such thing as the future. It's a healthier way to go about this business of living.
Do you know any stories that will make me laugh? Oh, I like that one. Very.
Travel. For a long... Now I think I want to... I'm not sure. Maybe I need to take... Or it could be I'm just...
I need an optimistic story. That's a good one. We do reach up like that.
I'm done looking for family. It's best not to get too attached to any one group of people. In the end, you'll feel betrayed. I'm not a misanthrope, though. I say only that it's best to keep your expectations. There's nothing wrong with being alone, either. It could be nice to be free of ties to others.
Alone, out here. I spend too much time inside my own head. I'm afraid I don't get...
Maybe Silas thinks of me sometimes, of our paths together. I hope he does. I'll be disappointed if he's really moved on, if he doesn't give his time with me another thought. I like to imagine him sitting there with Pauline going on about something, wishing he were listening to me instead. Is that so wrong? I'm sure I won't always be this philosophical about it. When we first met, I asked you why you were on this road, but I was the one who really didn't know why I was out here. Now I'm off again, this time to find a place to stay a little while. Not sure where that'll be just yet. I only know I want some place where I can see the water and watch trains go by. Even at rest, I still need to be near things in motion. They say the Dharma will end, like all things, and the time of its ending has already begun. So what is there for us in this world? Why should we stick it out here? I don't have a great answer to that, but I feel better than I did before. I loved Silas. I still love him. Love him like nobody else, but everyone goes their separate ways in the end. We all have to wander. See you around.
There's a song called Good Rockin' Tonight, written by Roy Brown. When I heard it, I thought, there ain't nothing special. Sounds like a gospel, but it's about making love. Ain't the sort of thing they play on the radio. And I heard it again. Wynonie Harris sang it. Then it was something else. Then I knew exactly the deal Wynonie made. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it. Oh, now that pain, sadness. Well, you ever wake up already silently screaming in your head? Have you ever begged for 10 cents? You ever bite your nails to the quick? You ever look at a flower and hate it? Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it. I drink to that. Love. What? You need a soul to love? I don't think I'm capable of it anymore. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it. That's like a song, pretty and sad. Traps. This life is a prison. And sometimes I laugh because I made it. I made this whole world, and now I'm trapped in it. Ooh. Oh, now that pain. Heaven don't last. I'm the best blues singer in the world, but the world don't need blues like it used to. I'm in the mood for a good, hopeful story. You got any? It's good to light the darkness every once in a while. I'll tell you about my home. I sleep in a one-room apartment. My mattress is dirty. The windows are drafty. My cabinets are empty. So I lay me here, guitar in one hand, bottle in the other. I wanted to be the best blues singer in the world, but the world left me. The devil don't give even deals. He knows you better than you know yourself. The devil gave me everything, but he took everything too. There's no running left in me. Don't weep for me. I will die here. Those young bucks, they don't even know why they strum like that now. Listen here, it was me. It was me who made this world. That's all I have now, and I need you to know this. I made the world that ruined me. So are we done here? I done laid myself bare for you. That's all there is to me now. My drink, my smoke, my guitar, my gutted body. You got something to say to me, or am I gonna have to play it out of you?
'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found.
Let me level with you, friend. Ain't sure there's a me no more. Baptist when I need to be Baptist, Methodist when I need to be Methodist. Even been Catholic once or twice. I'm so interested in what y'all need, I can't quite put a finger on what it is I believe these days. See, I ain't a preacher, I'm a grifter. Only thing is, can't quite tell if I'm proud or ashamed of that fact. Know any funny stories? I need to take my mind off things. Oh, that's funny. Might not share it with my congregation, though. Travel? I count myself lucky. I'm among the rare few who can truly say they've seen the world. Only thing is, the world looked back at me, and I don't think it liked what it saw. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones. People will tell you that the difference between a house and a home is a human touch, or familiarity, or love. But all that's wrong with sin. The real difference is that you can leave a house whenever you want, but the responsibility inherent in a home just won't let you go. And I've given myself a very big home. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet, love. I swear to you, friend. However much I hate me, that is how much I love you and every other damned soul in this country. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. Fortune? Let me level with you, child. Ain't no hell bigger or hotter than the belief that all of this is for some greater good. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute. I made my choice well over a decade ago. I put on the black and told a naive man that I knew the Lord intimately. Now you tell me, I've been living life as a preacher ever since. Those old words still alive? Here's the sunrise. I've got another sermon to give, and the church is a long way off. I suppose I'm taking this show on the road again. By God, it gives me the hope I live on, and it makes me sick both at once. Don't know how to feel about it, how to think about it, but I keep going, don't I? Next, I'm headed this way. Keep yourself safe on the road, friend. Maybe we'll meet again. You came to see me again? Well, I appreciate it. It's rough inside my head these days. I ain't sure who I am anymore. I'm a grifter, ain't I? But everything I did in Paris, here at home, all of it, I did it out of love. I did it all for real. So you tell me, who am I? Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right? Oh, come on. People will tell you that the difference between the real difference I've given myself. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet, Death. Every time I leave a congregation behind, whatever man I'd been in that place dies. I don't mind that too much, though. Just an opportunity to get a new face ready for the next church. Can't have a resurrection without death, right? You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen? Travel? I count myself. Only thing is, lately, I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long love. I swear to you, friend. However, anyway. Well, Fortune, let me level with you, child. Before you go, I just need you to know, it might not be the next stop on the journey or the one after that. We are on a journey to a better America. Only thing is, walk.
Well, I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for the tally of my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found. Well, I'm gonna heft my spade up upon my weary back. I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run out of track, won't be no one else to dig my hole. Well, I got no companion except the wind and the sea. And when I'm cold and empty, they're the ones who'll bury me. Well, I'm gonna cast my stones over the waters of this land. By and by, I'll see them far along. When the night comes down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my.
When they let me out, I needed work. Weren't too particular to staying in Alabama after I seen the way those men's eyes went looking at me. My son was headed up to Chicago, and I wrote him a letter. He made it sound like a paradise. Money falling out of your ears up north. Money spilling out of your pockets. White men who actually met your gaze and said hello, he told me. And at that, I laughed. As I made my way to Chicago, I felt a bit like Moses, if I'm honest. I felt as if the country was splitting to make a path for me. Path to a new life. So, tell me a sad story. Sad and true, okay? Sadness. Well, it only starts to hurt when you stop and think a while. Best to keep walking till you don't feel anything at all. You got any exciting stories? Damn, there's one surprising tale. My place. My father was born here, and I was born here. But everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. Move along. Negro is a human animal denied a country, a home. We have to make it for ourselves. Or maybe just stand up and take what we've been owed. But anyway, now I feel like hearing a hopeful story. My life is set to my past. You think I wasted my life? I'm not sure anymore. As a young man, I thought I fought for something righteous. Now, Lord, who knows? But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? I hear you. We all choose who to be. There's a line with your dignity and your hunger. And whether or not you cross it, that's what makes you the kind of man you are. Got anything that'll make me laugh? Oh, thank you. I needed that laugh. I've been traveling a while now. They don't tell you what happens to your feet after walking. They don't tell you how they start to look, feel, smell. Like lumps of meat and leather, all tangled up. Sun's almost here, so I gotta get going soon. You do too, right? I hope we get a chance to meet again. If you head up the road this way, I won't be settling down anywhere. If you're watching the road, you'll find me eventually. I can't stop now. Don't have anything left to stop for.
Tell my vagrant song. Yeah, this will be my tale. My vagrant song.
Good to see you, stranger. How's your journey been treating you? How are your feet holding up? I've been walking since I left Chicago. I feel like if I quit now, I'll lay down and die. But anyway, you, know any good true tragedies? Trying to scare me. Sadness. Best to keep walking. You got any exciting stories? Now that's a story to keep a man on the edge of his seat. Love is one of those fussy woman's things. I'm not supposed to have it, so I don't. You know any good scary stories? Damn face. I don't know when I stopped believing in God. It wasn't like I meant to. It just happened one day. Started feeling like any just God wouldn't give me hope and then rip it away. So, tell me a sad story. Body and soul change. When you get to my age, you start to understand that nothing stays the same. Not one thing. The only constant thing is change. But anyway, you know any good true tragedies? I hear you. My family, well, I'm worried about my boy. My son, he's content to be a janitor. But he don't get it. If he's a janitor, then his son will be too, and his grandson next. A generation of janitors until kingdom come. And that's how I got here. Still wandering, still looking. Maybe somewhere out there's a promised land. But I ain't seen it. Have you? It's nice to sit and talk a while on occasion. But the way you're looking, it tells me you got somewhere to be. Why don't you go on then? And if you end up in that promised land, then send for me after.
And you can refuse.
Hola, hola. Welcome. Sit if you like. The road is hard, and it's good to see a familiar face. I thought to find an ease of mind in the last pueblo I visited. But her husband, he turned me away. He called me bruja, said his daughter will become un doctora, and my ways unwelcome. So I leave, and I do not see mi familia. My familia used to be so united, with respect for las curaciones, las curanderas. The times change quickly. But now, do you have a story about hope? Mi corazón. luck. The community of my village used to say they were lucky to have a curandera. Now, I hope fate bring me to cualquiera that needs healing here on the road. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all. What a good story. I trust in my work, but not as many of my people do anymore. They always are being forgotten, left behind for chemicals and shiny things. I worry I will not find someone to teach before I pass. Do you have any frightening stories? Death began me on this journey. After my husband, que Dios lo tenga en la gloria, died, I knew it was time to leave my village. La comunidad, it changed. And very few who stay would have mi curación. It is my purpose. So I take the road to continue my work. Oh, please! Tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world. What a good story, young ones. Always they want to travel the world. They forget that their spirit must travel too. Not just the body. Very few youth now go on the journey. Espiritu. And they are weaker for it. But now, do you have a story about hope? Can lose my wishes. Every time I succeed in una curación, I am thankful. I have helped a lot of people in my life. I hope to help more before I go to Dios. El sol has risen. I am sorry, but I must be on my way. I am sad. We do not talk more. I feel muy solitaria on the road sometimes. Next, I'm traveling to this place. If you ever go there, look for me. I wish to tell you more about what it's like to be la última curandera de mi familia.
I'm gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much to find. upon my weary back. I'm gonna keep elastic rides tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run out of track, won't be no one else to dig my hole. Well, I got no companion except the wind and the sea.
Voy a rayar mi nombre en los huesos de la tierra. Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo. Que cuando la calaca regrese al eliminador, habrá mucho por allá, pues voy a cargar mi pala en mi espalda agotada. Voy a guardar mi ruego entre mis.
We were fortunate. We persevered. Everyone lost someone, and by the end of it, we all felt like we had lost everything. Thousands of people covered such a small portion of land. Our people were not used to living in such conditions. That is where we learned how to make fry bread from the rations given to us from the United States Army. Things at Tawildi only got worse as time progressed. And then we were given permission to return back to our sacred ancestral lands. We were told to be grateful for signing such a deal with the U.S. government, but we couldn't help but feel nervous about returning home. Would the land remember us? As great a distance as we were from the 4 sacred mountains, I never truly did feel separated from the birthplace of first man and first woman. Some swore they could see Tadulza off in the distance, and sometimes I really could see turquoise radiating from the top of the mountain toward the cushion of the sky. No one could have imagined the journey homeward would be harder, but we had no choice. The holy people were calling us home. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope? The Tigre are like that too, strong in the face of adversity. Faith? Well, as soon as we saw Zutzel, we realized there was a power to returning home. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it? That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other. Heaven! They never believe in the beauty way. We live our lives maintaining a delicate balance with the world. It is our livelihood. And because we pay reverence to who we are as a people, we have not faced the same fate as the Anasazi, whose ruins we have seen among the rocks. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it? That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the land, or from themselves. Joy. Well, the water was not like the water from Tizio. When the children played, it was a different type of laughter and movement. We learned how to become reliant on one another, and to find pleasure in such small things. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope? The Digne are like that too, strong in the face of freedom. The sun moves through the sky on an unrestricted path, but it has chosen its destination. It is in sync with nature and knows its destiny. Yet sometimes the most liberated one can be is in the company of another. Oh, my journey has been blessed as I walk this path with you, Shikis, my friend. Shikis, my friend. Can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it? And you, fate and fortune, you say? Before we left Tinipekaya, I was not able to have the proper Tinalalda ceremony to bring me into my womanhood. But Tin, the medicine and ceremony is strong. As the holy people would have it, the medicine men, women, and Huwilti were able to give me proper ceremony to restore my harmony in this world upon my return. The sun has risen. It is time for us to part. I must make my journey across the land this way. I hope I can see you there once more. I have been lucky to share my story with you, Shikis. But there's still so much to tell about what happened when we returned to the Tinipekaya.
Scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave much to find. Back I'm gonna keep lacerates tucked in my soul. 'Cause when my coals burn low and my trains run out of track, won't be no one else to dig my hole. Well, I got no companion except the wind and the sea. And when I'm cold and empty, they're the ones who'll bury me.
It is good to see you. My journey is hard and my thoughts are hard. I am glad to see a friend. I often think about mi familia, about how they have changed, about how the world has changed. My niece's husband is not the only one to lose respect for las curanderas. Oh, please! Tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world. What a good story, Joy. I have lived a good life. I am content with the work I have done. All that is left is to pass on la curación, and mi vida will be complete. But tell me, what a good story. Look, the community of my village used to say that now, do you have any frightening stories? Oh, wow. The land. Today, it is left behind. Los doctores of the city, they use only chemicals. Forget that the people come from la tierra. La curación must address all the nature of a sickness, not just the symptoms. They have the intention of una curandera. But their work is like brujas with good intentions. But now, do you have a story about hope? And love. People come to me now only because they are afraid of losing those things. They are afraid of my healing. But I am their last resort. La curación. It is weaker because of their fear. But I give it out of love. Oh, please. You can lose the future, el mundo. It changed quickly. Few think to remember the past, to respect the old as well as the new. El futuro brings so much change to the present. And it is hard to an old woman. I am the last of my brothers and sisters, the oldest of my family. I should be La Doña, head of my family, of my village. Una curandera who has trained at least one apprentice into a curandera. Instead, I am a simple and old woman who wanders alone. My ways, the ways of old, they are being left behind like me. Is it the same for you? Are you being left behind by the world?
Voy a rayar mi nombre en los huesos a tierra. Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo. Porque cuando la calma
We meet once again. Shikis, my friend. Have you come to hear the final part of my story about what happened when we returned to Dinbakaya, our homeland? Shikis, my friend. That was a good story. It joy. Well, we learned how to be Shikis, my friend. This destruction, they tried to destroy the people, our ceremony, and our culture. But we have always been a resilient people. They brought gunfire, disease, and bad food. But each time they tried to break us, we became stronger forces against their inhumanity and prejudice. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it? Faith? Well, Shikis, my friend. And our home. They said we were fortunate to return to our sacred homeland. Not every tribe has been allowed the same form of peace and renewal with these unreasonable people. But madness creates the illusion of ownership and responsibility over a proud people who were guided here with the blessings of the holy people. Shikis, my friend. Oh, the future? We worried. We weren't sure what the land would look like once we returned. We heard they had placed us at Hawilite so they could violate our homelands and break us. But in spite of their examinations, the land has remembered us like an ancient mother. Our story doesn't end here. The story is still being told. As long as our language, culture, and traditions are alive and evolving, we are actively telling the story of who we are and where we have come from. But for now, the story of the Wilty is finished. With beauty may I walk. With beauty before me may I walk. With beauty behind me may I walk. With beauty above me may I walk. With beauty all around me may I walk. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty.
I'm happy to see you again. It feels like years have passed. Years of energy once wasted, now keeping me alive with purpose. I would have never imagined myself being here, with my faith resolute, among crowds of new friends and compatriotas. My mother and son's presence with me, easing the pain in my hands and my body. A blessing from God and from My Lady of Guadalupe gracing me with determination. I move with my hermanas y hermanos as one, and my soul is one, free from the ire of my past. I never thought I'd see myself like this, and I weep with joy that I am. Now, tell me a funny story. Make me laugh. Oh, if Mijo were here, I would tell him that one. I would like to see his little face laugh. My home. I don't know if I'll ever be able to return home. I'm so far away now, farther than I ever thought I'd be. I'll just have to wait and see. Please share a story of hope with me. What a wonderful story. We need stories like this to give us strength. Oh, my faith. It's been such a great reward. When I arrived here, I was close to fainting. Two young men held me up and walked me to a small building near the field. The door opened, and before me was a shrine for My Lady of Guadalupe, stretching across half the wall, candles and flowers adorning the floor. I couldn't hold my tears back. It's the closest thing to a sign of God that I've witnessed. Maybe you have a good, hopeful story to tell? What a good story. I will remember it for a while. Heaven. Well, I had a dream last night. Estaba bailando. I was dancing. I forget with who. The music was Cuban, I am sure. The rhythm was soft, but voice and words impassioned. The person's embrace felt so familiar and so welcoming. When I woke up, I realized I had slept a full night. I smiled and I couldn't wait for the sun to fall again. Please share a story of hope with me. What a wonderful story. My family? I received a letter back from Ana Maria. She says she's well and she's now living with relatives in Laredo. The last few words almost made my corazón stop. It wasn't Ana's handwriting. I wait for you, Madre Mia. May God bless you. With amor, tu hijo. My son. Tell me an exciting story, something to take my mind away from the pain in my hands. How exciting! Oh, I wish we could have you telling us such stories every night. Freedom. I find it in my new sisters and brothers around me. Their plans for a march. No one knows how long it'll be, but one thing is for certain. Whether it takes 10 or 20 years, nuestro espíritu, our spirit, will never fade. The rumble of our marching feet and the courage in our voices will ripple for decades. The mark we will leave in this country will be engraved in history. I am sure of it. All your time with me has been generous. You lend me your ear and thus the grace of your soul. I have to leave now. Our encounters will always be in my mind, and I hope they'll be in yours too. May God be with you, and may La Virgen de Guadalupe guide your way.
Began to sway. Was then I heard a thunder sound come rising up behind. The hoofbeats of 12 horsemen, their course locked on the mine. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time. Days ride from Tulsa, the riders still in tow. They were dressed in white from toe to tip, pale horses trot below. And last among their number, a chilling sight to see. The 13th horse lay empty, with a saddle meant for me. Ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider.
Well, hey there. You're getting to be a familiar face. But it's weird. I can't remember what you look like when you're not sitting right there. You ever meet someone like that? Anyway, I guess I should finish the story. Tell you about the commune and bring you right up to the now, or whatever this time is I'm in. Sometimes it doesn't seem like reality, you dig? Unstuck in time, maybe, like that one cat in the book. So, got any good, hopeful stories? Oh, that's a good one. You gotta tell me more about those folks sometime. You can find joy in settling down in the land as much as traveling. Food that you grew yourself tastes like nothing else. You know, I'd love to hear a really good, scary story. Oh man, that's really good. Back to nature. It was such a promise, living in Eden again. But floods and drought and aphids are also nature. So are broken legs, and miscarriages, and cancer. Anyway, you got any good, hopeful stories? Oh, that's good. I'll share that one when I get... Trust is a huge part of our deal. You really have to trust everyone when you live communally with them. Your life just depends on those people and their stability. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Oh, wow, that's scary stuff. The commune probably seems like heaven from the outside. You talk to some people about it and they think what we have must be perfect. Everyone just working together and living on the land. I mean, it is pretty great, but it's also hard. A lot harder than it sounds. So, you seen anything really hilarious out here? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Look, you work as hard as you can, and sometimes a bad season happens. Drought or flood. It's all just fate. I have a feeling we may not see each other again. But I've told you my whole story, and you're still making yours. Be well, stranger. And remember that you are loved.
White Rider, don't come to claim me, for I had my time. Gave out, my body lacked the strength.
Anyone ask you to join the communists? A few folks out here have been telling me I should, but I'm not much for joining things. Still, we've gotten to a time where you can't just tell poor folks to move along. Nowhere to move along to. I've had a hard day. Do you know any hopeful stories to cheer me up? That's a good one. I'll try to remember it when I'm out in the fields. Religion says be good and suffer and you'll get your reward later on when it don't cost anyone anything. You tell me where that idea came from. Religion is a thing rich folks made up to keep poor people quiet. Anyway, do you know any good spooky stories? Oh, what a story. Look, I'm shivering. In the future, I'm hoping we'll rise up. Enough of us will get angry at how we're treated that we'll say no more. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But oh, I think of it all the time. Anyway, know any good hopeful stories to share? Thank you for sharing that one. My family. Well, maybe the girls will grow up to wonder where I am if they live long enough. But they won't find me. I'm out of family. There's no one here to save me scraps but me. Been so long since I last chuckled, I'm not sure my mouth can do it anymore. Give me country. Every part of this country is the same in the way that counts. Oklahoma and California couldn't look more different. Plenty grows in California. There's more oranges and peaches than I ever thought could be in one place. But when you leave the bad soil and the bad weather, one thing's the same from Oklahoma to Bakersfield, and that's the owners.
Anyway, know any good, hopeful stories to share? You can't, Freedom. Sometime you stop worrying about providing for the future. You put down that burden and you just worry about right now. That's a great relief. And there's enough of us that have nothing left but the will to live. A change will come. A change has to come. I don't know if it'll be communists or unions or someone getting religion in a tent. But you can't stamp out the will to live completely. Thanks for talking with me. Not too many have time to listen these days.
Stand.
Keep moving there, stranger. You wouldn't want me to... Oh, it's you. Sorry about that, amigo. Been quite a while. This desert sun will bleach your memory. Raymond Edward Dawson or Riding Ray. It's all over the posters now with a hefty sum attached to them. I'm going by Will now. This here's my new horse, Ghost. Couldn't stand seeing those damn fences no more, so I started cutting them. Landed me in the clink a few times, but I got good at cutting through there, too. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right? You're funny as hell, you know that? The kind of love I have for this place, it's kind of obsessive, unrequited love. It'll make you selfish, irritable. It'll make you lash out against anyone or anything looking to do it harm. So, you know any good jokes? Oh, that's a good one. Travel? I'll never stop moving now, even if I wanted to. I'll never bind myself to one place, and to hell with anyone who tries to force me to. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right? You're funny as hell, you know that? Praying for one last bit of luck to come and push me and Ghost over the border to Mexico. I can take it from there. Anyhow, you got a hopeful story, amigo? Huh. So, maybe it all works out. Heaven. Some people's idea of heaven is everything civilized, whatever that means. If civilization means men coming around, carving up the desert and taking pieces for themselves, well, I hope civilization collapses and it all goes back to how it should be. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road? You live an exciting life, amigo. Happiness is hard for me to find these days. Everywhere you look now, roads, fences, power lines, garbage. Garbage left by men who feel like they ought to control everything, wherever they go. But when I find those pristine views, unmarred by man's footprints, well, everything's all right. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Can't stay in one place too long no more. Doubt we'll see each other again. But I hope the best for you. Anyway, I gotta get a move on, amigo. Can't stay in one place too long no more.
Krauts that sunk my ship took most of my sight in the blast. Came home, couldn't work, couldn't read, but I could drink. That I could do. Easy as falling off a log, and I could lose my family. I could do that too. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Ooh, tell another like that and you could write a good rag. Travel taught me lots. I'd seen this world plenty. Beggars in every bar and port reach out with gnarled hands. But before it happened to me, I never seen anything like the way this country treats a serviceman. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. That one sure makes me smile. Faith? You coming to proselytize, telling me to find faith? I had faith. In this country I swore an oath to, and the gutter's where my faith led me. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories. My blood's pumping. That's my future. I got no pension. I got no family. You want to see my future? Buy me a bottle. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure story. That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you. Death. I'm not the man who became a mariner. Yeah, he died on that ship. But this ain't the country I believed in neither. It marches on no matter who gets left behind. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Well, Evan, I was drinking the night my Louisa left. Didn't notice till 2 dames and a lick of bottles later. Lost in my little slice of heaven. Brothers left me. Wife and kid left me. Country left me. Spend our whole lives living for the future, never realizing that when it comes, we'll have been forgotten. Sorry, mouth is dry from all this talking. And I reckon I got nothing left to say.
Congratulations, you finished your task. I hope in the end you at least found it fulfilling. Hearing stories is important work. Everyone wants to be heard, and so few are listening. Let's talk once more before you go your way. I guess you'll be roaming a new, undiscovered country. This place is home to so many. People who lived here, people who came here, people who were brought here. Strange that no one feels at home. What sort of role did luck play in your success, do you think? Or was it all luck? You should trust me to keep my bargain, yes, but you may not know the rules of the game, just as when we sat down to cards. And did you find it? The place where the water tastes like wine? I've tasted many a stream, and I've never found anything like that. Well, that is it then. The last night of your journey. Here you go, off into a new adventure. I hope the journey was valuable, and maybe the destination as well. Goodbye.
Turn my eyes from these cold blue skies, won't stay my worry, won't calm or quell.
I can say my piece, I can barter my tale, won't ease my burden, but I might as well. There's a heavy hand laid across this land, and it steers my journey and it guides my pen. Press on, head high till the ink is run dry, 'cause my story ain't like to wind home again. Well, I'll beat my drum till my last day come, where the mountain meets the sea. Yeah, the earth will shake, but the bow she break won't put no fear in me, 'cause I see land on high, so up in my final line. Sky will shimmer and sun will shine, where the water tastes like wine. Well, I've wandered round and there's a code I found, says a gentle manner and a righteous way.
This pair you'll need if you follow this creed, she'll see you through until the judgment day.
But there ain't no law under tooth and claw, in the nest of vipers or the lion's den. You can holler and wail till the echo goes stale, ain't Wayne or man are gonna save you then. But I'll beat my drum till my last day come, where the mountain meets the sea. Yeah, the earth will shake, but the bow she break won't put no fear in me, 'cause I see a land on high, so up in my final line. Well, story's end and I'm closing mine, where the water tastes like wine. When the words won't flow, when your fingers run slow, and the song you carry goes dull and gray. Well, there's a place I've seen where the soul burns clean, and the verse it's singing rings pure and true. So cry no more, you just open that door, these shores of plenty gonna welcome you. And I beat my drum till the last day come, where the mountain meets the sea. Yeah, the earth will shake, but the bow she break won't put no fear in me, 'cause I see a land on high, so up in my final line. I've said my fill and I'm feeling fine. Where the water tastes like wine.